Okay, I want to get into Camron
Yeah.
said this. He was on his show on his YouTube, and he said, "No disrespect to nobody. I'm talking about no disrespect to anybody I'm talking about. But if you're Ving Rhames or Omar Gooding, he said Junior, but it's no Junior, guys. Y'all ain't just sitting around. I would have saved my money and shot my own stuff by now. A
Yeah.
black actor has to sit around for a 50 Cent or somebody in his lane to come pick them up and put them in something."
Yeah.
That's what he says. And then this when you come in with fix your mouth.
Yeah. And that was simple, man. And the people that kind of go back and forth with me on it, most of the people understood where I was coming from. Like I said, I've made a post on Instagram about it that just played that clip of him saying that while he's talking to 50 Cent about me. So I've already got an issue there. From now, him and I did a movie together about 10 years ago called Percentage. It starred him, myself, and Bing Rames. Great film. Not bad. If you get a chance to watch it, you'll watch it. It was about 5 or 6 years after, damn, it had to be even longer than 10 years. Anyway, after Baby Boy, and I always referred to it as like the East Coast version of Baby Boy, where Camron was the lead. He kind of had that Tyrese role, but it was nothing baby about it. Anyway, and then I played like his man, but from New York. And it was funny because I had a New York hat on the whole time. And every time I wanted to take it off, they were like, "You got to keep the hat on." And I'm like, "Why?" He's like, "Because that makes you the New York nigga." I said, "Okay." So, and I talked to Camron for a while. And I told him I had some that shit. I always talk about my music, and I played something for him. I sent it to him. The next day on set, he was like, "Yo, I listened to your shit. I was surprised." And I understood that wasn't a diss. He was just being honest. He was an honest type of dude. He was like, "I wasn't expecting that from you." And then I sent him another beat. We never wound up doing that song. It is what it is. But we worked together. You know my name. That was your movie. He was actually half of the producer's side of it too. Queen Latifah Flavor Unit and his company actually put it on. They called me, said, "Well, you wanted that X amount of dollars? Let's do it." So you know my name, bro. So when you said Omar Gooding Jr., I just went, Two things went through my mind. For one, I'm like, damn, people just be doing that on accident, which is crazy. The other thing is I work fucking hard for my name. People need to know what the fuck my name is. And the more I can make out of this, the better. I also do music. I also have an album coming out and a single that I just released. Let's go to make an example of this motherfucker. And if he wants to get down, perfect. Everybody, you don't want him to answer. Okay, think that if you want to. But I don't do nothing half-assed. And I don't do nothing without thinking about it thoroughly. And I always think before I say, let alone do anything. That's just me. That's my MO. So the first song was that warning shot. That's why I said at the beginning, this is just a warning shot. If you want to take this the wrong way, then fine. But I'm going to make my point with this song right now. And I gave him every opportunity. But he knows what it is, I'm pretty sure. He listened to the whole thing and went, nah, maybe not. It's either not worth it for him, or maybe it's something he thought nobody would really care about. The opposite happened. Everyone cared about it and said, well,
Everybody,
yes. Right? And they're like, either he responds or he doesn't. He either responds because he has to, because it's pride in hip hop, or he doesn't respond because either if he takes the loss, it's not worth it, or maybe he can't beat you, or maybe that, who knows? I mean, rappers are very egotistical. We don't think we can lose anybody. I'll battle any fucking body. I won't say I'll beat anybody, but I'll at least give him hell. I don't know if I can take down such and such, but I give him hell if he say my fucking name. You know what I'm saying? So that's where that was. And then the second part two came from him responding with the laugh out emojis. Go ahead.
I want to see this bar real quick. You said this is the hard bar. You said I'm a problem. Don't be trying to poke the bear. Spit like I ain't got shit to lose, ninja. I'm down to take it there. I don't know why you playing. You're not a killer, man. Like Kenny showed it. There's plenty ways to kill a man. Yes, bro, when you said that, I was like, woo!
Yes, sir. That's how we started it all.
You murdered that, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, there was a lot of bars in there like that. It was just kind of like, if you pick it up, you pick it up. Some people can say, corny. I was like, corny? Interesting. And it's funny, too, when as a writer, as a writer, I was saying this to my man, and it's something funny that I don't think I've heard anybody say this, but I said it. There's a thin line between a bar, and corny. It's really a thin line. It depends on how you say it. There's a lot of lines that I heard from Eminem that sound plain and normal, but the way he said it, you going, ugh, damn. And then there's stuff that you overlook that's super deep. So, some shit, I'll tell you right now, there's some shit, I write it and I go, damn. God gave me that one. I don't know. Like, I'll write it and then I'll say it out loud and I'll go, woo! It'll be just me in the room. Like, damn. They're like, what are you doing? Nothing. Just turn the mic on. I got to lay this shit down. But that's how that whole first one was. But it's funny. Like I said, I initially wrote 2 songs, so I already was ready in the chamber. And I was like, let me write 3, let me write 4. But it only would keep going if he responded, because then you can get creative. I have to respond to the lyrics he says. I wrote a whole song based on his one tweet or comment, which is part 2. You know what I'm saying? But it was
so part 2, fixing out part 2. I like you said. You missed the old Cam, sold his soul. Call friends out they name for fame and say cheese. Losing this behind bars, all Diddy. No bumping grind, no kid around. That's R. Kelly. Oh my goodness, man.
Yeah, that was a cold one too. That was one of them I went, ooh. When
I heard that, I was like, okay, he's taking it up.
Yeah, he's taking it
up a notch right there.
Yeah, and like I said, the other one that's in the chamber is it's a kill shot that is not needed. It's not needed. So I don't want to go overboard if I don't have to. Plus, a lot of people are like, he gonna clown you. He gonna pull you on his show, and then he ain't even gonna respond with raps. He just gonna murder you on some other shit. I'm like, well, you go ahead, you can try. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not bulletproof. I'm not, infallible. I'm sure there's some shit he could say, but that's kind of like what I did in the first one when I said he'll probably try this. He could try that, a la Eminem and 8 Mile. Yeah, for sure. But that's me listening. Yes. That's my hip hop here.
That's what people listen to. The part 1, Omar Gooding, he does the Eminem stuff on him. He says all the bad stuff about him before Cam can say it. Right. Those were the last 8 bars, kind of. You know what I mean? You could. You try to talk my lack of bling or clown my net worth, probably take a knee, but not the type that makes your neck hurt. Right. Oh man, bro, and those last 8 bars, bro, he's pretty much doing. He's busting the 8 Mile on him.
Right. Which is, that's my homage to M. But it's still true. It's one of them things. Like, he'll probably try to do this, but we'll see. If you gonna do it, you better do it right. It better be clever. You know what I mean? But I'm ready for all of that, is what I'm saying. That's the whole thing about war. Some people just hop out and be like, fuck it. Well, what if he does this? Well, I didn't think of that. Oh, I thought all that shit. So
if I'm about to let you go. So if he does respond in the slightest bit, like on his radio station, just saying something dumb again, or a rap or whatever, are you gonna release it?
Full speed ahead. And like I said, I got one in the chamber, and it's funny because it's written. Let's see, the first 2 are probably about 2.5 minutes. That one is about a minute, because when you get to the minute, it's like, okay. And I even said that's enough. But, like I said, if there was to be a response, well, then I just finish the song. Then I'd go another 4 or 5 minutes and just go crazy, because it just is what it is. But hip hop really lives in me, man, and I never disrespect it.
Are you a fan of Camron? Do you think he's a good rapper?
Sure. What? Of course. It's so funny. Like, my kid's mom, man, I was talking to her about it, and I was just kind of like, not about it. I just said, are you a fan of Camron? Yes. She said it so fast. She has no idea what's going on. Like, her head's in the class. She's doing she's helping with the kids every night. So she's got her own career and all that. So blah, 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 blah. But she's like, I keep hearing you playing like what's going on? Something with Camron? I was like, I'll tell you later. Don't worry about it. But when I said, are you a fan? I said, hey, were you ever a fan of Camron? She's like, oh, yes. And then listed like 3 of his songs. I didn't even think about, like, oh, yeah, okay. Yeah. I was like, you're right. That was, hey, ma. Yeah, like, you're right. That is a bad boy. But that has nothing to do with the present. That has nothing to do with my decision to make these songs. My decision was based on the fact that I have a name that I'm that I pride myself in. My father's gone. I'm carrying on his legacy. My name is Omar Gooding, period. I'm going to stand on that. If anyone mentions my name, say it correctly, or suffer the consequences of my opinion. Yeah. Suffer the consequences of my retaliation, lyrically, on a podcast or on my platforms, and that's what I will continue to be. That's what freedom of speech is all about. And not to mention, I get down musically, so for the fans of hip hop, I got something for you. Always have, always will.